Welcome to WrestleCulture.
Here he goes.
Yeah.
At least done. It's not how it works.
Eric has helped me with this week's song.
Which Eric? Your Eric? Or
My Eric.
Okay.
one of the many other Erics that you know?
Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Good luck, everyone.
You book all in, you book all out. In, out, Hangman Page burns down Swerve's house. You book them both together in a steel cage bout. And then you make it lights out.
Hey!
Whoa! Thank you, Tony. Whoa! Thank you, Tony. Whoa! Thank you, Tony. We're the best wrestle AE-dub. I'm Adam Wilbourn from What Culture, joined by Phil James and Adam Nicholas from What Culture.
And you've just given everyone that's going to All Out this weekend a nice little chant to do.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine they're trying to kill each other in the steel cage. Whoa!
Like the Mexican Weird vibe from Bash in Berlin.
Hey, I don't think I go down too well.
Oh, kill them all.
We're here to talk about all things going on in wrestling this week. Before we get into it, though, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we review Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2K. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Nicholas and Phil. And Hangman Page committed arson this week.
Yeah, he did. He set the world alight, I think it's fair to say, and Twitter, and also, as always, shout out to Ryan Loco, who captures the best pictures.
Oh, yeah.
All the time, everywhere, all at once, all that good stuff. It was just the best, wasn't it?
Yep. Oh, just him sat there looking cool as
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just reaching over slowly to grab his drink and just like not a care in the world.
I can't be the only one who's like, you've seen quite close to that fire. It's quite a big fire.
The bollocks on him, because if you look carefully, I'm pretty sure after he's had the sip and he puts it back, the table starts to go on fire. So
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
fire is right
That is
next to it.
pretty
What's
good.
the old cool guys don't look at explosions?
Honestly, man, that is one of the coldest. And he's done a few. Hangman.
Sidge did a really good tweet
Yeah.
of like the epic images of
Yeah.
his career.
He's been through a few. AEW wrestlers in general seem to come up with Eddie Kingston with the petrol can always comes to mind.
Yeah.
This is like a little step ahead of that, I reckon, in terms of like the petrol turned into the fire. But like what I want is the picture from the other side of the 10 people with fire extinguishers like this, just
Desperately
waiting
for it
to
all
go
go
at any
wrong.
moment.
Yeah.
But
There was also that mad bit on Twitter, I think yesterday, where people were like, not the same house. I was like, does it matter? And also, the only I think
I love the replies to that, where
Yeah.
it's like forensically pointing out different details in the house. And it's like houses have different sides.
it's like this one's got a hedge. That's because it's the front. He came out the back, obvious.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
fools.
Yeah.
I have to say, I even caught myself and then uncaught myself because I was watching the other bit. I watched it again, and the one thing I was like, I wish that hadn't happened, was like when you could see he had the selfie stick, and he was like, and I was like, it's a little bit immersion bit. But then I was like, no, that's it better.
Yeah.
Because it's not an invisible camera.
Yes.
He's literally...
He's not taking a cameraman
He's not
to
taking
go
the
and
cameraman
watch
through
him.
the house that he's about to set on fire. Like, you are
Come
now
on,
an
mate.
accomplice to this, technically.
Come on, mate. Why are we bringing a petrol can? Adam?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
So even though I like despise selfie sticks, I was like, no, this actually checks out because, yeah, of course he would do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had it on other mode, front-facing mode.
That would have been the
That
whole
would've been
journey's going the other way, revealing all the crew instead.
I was watching
I
Brooke.
just like that he took a chair and a table with him as well.
Yeah.
'Cause there wasn't any furniture in the house. So.
Yeah. I'll
I
take
love
actually.
that. It's not the same house. He's got a chair outside and a table, and he's poured himself a glass of whiskey.
I saw that. I was
What's
watching,
wrong with you people?
watching a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode the other day, and it was like, Jake was like, did you get a picture of that? He was like, Charles was like, it's on selfie mode, but I've got a really good picture of my face. So yeah, that's a hell of a build to All Out, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
What are they going to do to each other?
This is the thing now. They've escalated this way too far. I mean, they did it way too far in the last
Yeah.
bloody match that they did. And now, is it the first actual normal cage match in AEW ever?
Ooh.
Because they've had the...
Cody and
Wardlow had one, didn't
Oh,
they?
of course,
Cody
yeah.
did the
I'd forgotten
moonsault
about
off the
that.
top.
Yes.
Now, what if
Well,
you did that on
yeah,
fire?
Yeah, what if I was in fire? Well, he did that through a table, actually, and then he went to
yeah.
the bed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But no, like they've got, like I dread to think what they have planned for this because
Yeah.
the last time they were in the ring, they were drinking each other's blood, and now the guy
Stapling
set
each
his
other's-
child at
yeah.
home on fire, and like they've got to up that somehow.
We've done fire, we've done blood, we've done stapling childhood pictures to people's faces. The next logical step is... I mean, I said the Mick Foley spot, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
off the
But
top,
that's how it's up. It's a steel cage,
Well,
obviously,
yeah,
but
still,
just
find a
balance
way.
on the top. Whoop,
Yeah.
over you go.
Who's going through it?
I think Hangman Page has to win, obviously. But I think Hamlet nailed it when we did our predictions video yesterday, where that's going to happen, and he's going to be like, "Why don't I feel any sense of like closure here?
Yeah.
I've tried to kill a man, and I'm just like, oh, I'm still sad."
There's also the thing of if Hangman Page wins, he's not won because he's not won on the record books because it's
Yes.
a sanction match. So in the record books, it will still say
still-
undefeated.
I didn't
There's
think
still
of
nobody's
that.
better than anybody. It just
Yeah.
doesn't go on the record anymore.
yeah.
It's a really nice touch. I can't wait. Assuming he does win, Hanger in the ring realizing like, this has gone too far. Like, I don't even know what he's gonna have to do
Yeah.
to Swerve to make that happen. But like, because of his music change, it's gonna be so perfectly cinematic.
Yeah.
This sad, dark cowboy music, while he's like, I've won, but like, at what cost? Like, what? Who the hell am I anymore? I
Yeah.
don't even know.
I'm not sure if we were even recording when we said this the other day. We were talking about it, and I was like, what if they just do the Indiana Jones thing and he just shoots him? Like all the big build up. There you go.
Yeah.
Done. Everyone's like, oh,
Done.
guess,
Hangman's got a gun.
guess this is over. Time to go home, everyone.
I'm just thinking of that. People would get really upset about this, but you were just talking about that Mick Foley spot there, imagining that it was Hangman doing it to Swerve, right? And obviously there's a law between these two, and when Swerve was getting like the step, and you start like the nothing hits you anymore, I'm in zombie mode, just throws him to the table, and he hits it, and he just gets back up immediately. He's just like,
There's a little brush
Yeah.
up, like,
Little
giving it
swerve
the side
Like
of your
the
knee.
Leo Rush, Joey Janela
Yeah.
spot.
yeah, but like smashed through, like, oh my god, he's killed him, and he's just like, literally emerges with monitors and stuff, and I'm like, you can't kill me, Hangman.
Should just do the Kyle O'Reilly. I used to love when Kyle O'Reilly used to do
Yeah.
that. Oh, no, actually, not really.
What if
actually,
they did the Armageddon 2000 spot and someone like drives a truck up to the cage?
Loads
and
of hay.
I brought that hay for your horse.
Hey, he's putting it all
Hey,
together.
all
Bring
ties
his
in.
stable with him.
I'll be honest. I think whatever we come up with, we're not even going to come close,
Nah.
are we?
Probably not.
Nope.
Like,
They-
it's got to be big. It's got to be cheap. What, like, they maybe do, like, the No Way Out 2000 thing of going through the cage but landing in the ring and the ring crumples.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
that's
like that. Like a big, like, stage thing
Yeah.
that WWE, like, AEW hasn't really done
Yeah.
a
Sad
lot of.
Prince Nana.
Like, I don't know. There's going to be something stupid.
It's going to be great, though. I mean, I think
It
I'm
might
gonna-
not even be a big spot. They might just literally kick the absolute shit out of each other.
Yeah.
They're going to be getting.
And they just, like, two bloody messes punching each other until they both can't go on.
faces in the cage, like,
Yeah.
like properly, none of this
Like,
like
yeah.
WWE stuff, like properly, like in the cage. Oh god, oh good lord, can't wait.
Yeah.
think I'm gonna have to watch the previous one with the cinder block and that before because the blood drinking and all. I lost my. It takes a lot these days
Yeah.
to lose my mind at wrestling. I lost my mind at that match.
Have they clarified the rules of the cage match? It's not like an escape
I doubt
cage.
it.
First
thing.
one to die loses.
Imagine that.
That's the
just,
rule.
Right, we're going to do this. Swerve just runs out of the cage. I'll win.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be good. I prefer if it was just like it's not about getting over. It's just like
Yeah.
you're in the cage.
How do you
Pinfalls and submissions or whatever.
How do you feel about it being Saturday night rather than Sunday night? Because it's kind of divides the What Culture office. This like Sige prefers a Sunday night. He just stays up. Well, he sleeps a bit, then stays up, and then. I mean, he says he tries to get back to sleep. How you get back to sleep after this, for example, I've no idea. But I prefer it Saturday nights because then,
Yeah, I'd always
especially if
prefer
you,
it Saturday.
you can just catch up whenever you want.
Take more of a gamble on it, can't you? I think if I'm ever going to watch it live, which is a massive rarity these days,
Yeah.
but if I was ever going to, that would be it. Or it gives you all of Sunday to watch it
Yeah.
at your leisure,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Especially since it's the main event, so it won't be starting until like 5 a.m. our
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Or if you want to just ruin your weekend, you can just stay up and be like, well, I guess that's Sunday gone then.
Yeah,
Which is what Hamlet will be doing. I assume.
Exactly.
almost definitely.
Daddy, can we? No.
You won't go to sleep though. You'll just watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, then be really tired on
We'll
Monday.
start the show with some cereal, and then at the end of the show have some more cereal because that's breakfast time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back again, baby.
I think Saturday is his boy's birthday party. You're old enough now, son. Come and watch this with your dad. Jesus.
Do you want a very special birthday, son? Come on. I just want to go to bed, Dad. No. Smoke the whole pack, son.
Hi to everyone in the chat, by the way. Hi to John Harrison in particular, the man behind the brilliant intro to WrestleCulture, and who we, I think, finally got to meet for the first time. That's not wrong, is it? I don't remember meeting him before.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah, I think I've met him before, no?
At Sweet Chin Disco overall in weekend, which feels a lot longer than 2 weeks ago, by the way.
Indeed. Speaking of that, should we plug some things?
Go on.
whatculture.com/shop. You can buy all the leftover merch from our live show. Aren't you lucky?
Extra merch. Leftover.
And not just that, but leftover merch from the Dudley Boys show at the Mosaic Tap last year.
We found it in a cupboard.
Incredibly rare posters.
Yep, these
that
are
we've
really
forgotten about
special
and were
now because
underneath your desk.
and also it's nearly been a year.
It has
So
nearly been a year.
there's got to be some value added there, and we haven't put the price up. So there you go. Look at that.
Look at that. So yeah, the posters.
But there will be, what was the Oasis phrase? Not surge pricing.
In demand.
Yeah.
If the posters are in demand, we'll have to put them up to £356.80. I think is the price we'll have to knock it up
And
to.
it's your fault for being fans.
That
Yeah.
will teach you. Yeah. Stop
no.
liking things.
Stop liking things, God damn it. But yeah, the posters from the first and only Dudley Boys only live show.
Yeah.
Is
now,
there.
for now.
The poster from our All In Live at Wembley show and the like 3 t-shirts with our faces on. There's a bunch of these t-shirts that are on there in various sizes of various quantities. So sorry if yours isn't there. We're not printing anymore.
Yeah. Just put it in the wash, just shrink it or something.
Yeah, it'll be fine. And a bunch of wristbands
Oh, yeah, I haven't got mine today.
and 1 set of foam fingers. So whoever gets that, there is only one.
Or if someone's a real cynic, there is one remaining down.
There is
right, as
one
well.
down. It's
Just on its own?
It's
well,
not
because
on the
someone
website.
else bought the up, didn't
Oh,
they?
Yeah.
yes,
Just
I do
one of
remember
the
you
You might
saying
just
that.
randomly shove it in one of the packages that we send out.
I'm glad you said one of the packages and nothing else.
So someone might get a free down foam finger
Lucky you.
Lucky you.
You can run around telling everyone everything's
from
bad.
the most positive
All
show about wrestling on the internet. You can have the down finger.
Yeah, just do it upside down, which means it's an up.
Ah, yeah.
But whatculture.com/shop. International postage is available for our US and Canada folk. It's quite expensive, obviously. But yeah, that's all. Buy things, please.
Unless if you just get together all the American fans, just send it to one address and then you just post it yourselves.
There you go.
There you go. You've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah. It's whenever anyone's getting something from the shops in America. Bulk order? Yeah. Like when you went to Chicago. Does anyone want anything?
Oh, yeah, I
Rest
remember
in
that.
peace.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hi to John Harrison, by the way. He says, "Good Friday, boys. Forbidden Door is coming to the UK. Long shot, but will we get Omega versus Okada? Have a cracking pod, boys. Peace and love, peace and love." And for Michael Sidgwick, I really hope so.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to see the both Dudleys evaporate, then maybe that's a good show.
Yeah.
Because they've never seen a Kenny Omega singles match, ever. To my knowledge, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? No.
Yeah.
The Sidge?
No, I don't
they
think so.
both haven't. They both haven't seen one. You saw one.
I have seen.
You both saw one, right? At
Yes.
Vegas.
Double or Nothing, Vegas.
Yeah.
Biggest Kenny Omega fans right here, baby.
Yeah. Love
and
that as well.
the
Like-
original All In as well for me.
Ah,
Of course.
Remember who he faced now.
The
thinking
original
about
All
it.
In.
Was it Penta? Penta.
Because Jericho turned
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well
that
remembered.
was it.
I also like winding Sidgwick up by saying, "Have you ever seen Shibata win a title?" I have. So
I have. First try.
First try. Ring of Honor, actually. So, also hi to Curtis Santiago. Some great news for Curtis. He says, "Happy Friday, boys. Waiting for one final test, but all signs point to a healthy baby boy due in February."
Yeah, awesome. That's
Enjoy
good
your
news.
freedom while it lasts.
Yeah.
I've been
I
on-
remember when you were all like shiny eyed, like woohoo.
Hey, next week, lads. If you want to go to the pub, let's go. But only next week.
Only next week.
Quick text.
This
You,
is it.
are you coming out? Nah, I'm asleep. I'm still asleep.
I was on daddy daycare this afternoon, so apologies if the quiz is a bit all over the place. Hi.
It wouldn't have been any better.
No.
if he hadn't.
Hi to Steve Nicolakopoulos.
Oh,
I can't do it anymore.
you turned into a chicken halfway through that.
I think I was saying to you beforehand, I'm going to go at it like it's Stelios Giannakopoulos, who used to play for Bolton Wanderers in the Premier
That's
League.
hard to do. It's too many. Giannakopoulos is only a couple. Nicolakopoulos.
Nicolakopoulos. Steve Nicolakopoulos.
Nicolakopoulos.
Apologies, Steve, if I've still got that wrong. The former Edward Shiraz Hands has been in touch.
There it is.
Saying, "G'day, handsome gents. What's the real reason why Moxley wants to talk to Darby? Wrong answers only. Maybe Mox wants to ask Darby if Marina smells like Updog." TK has done it again.
What's up, dog, Adam?
Yes. Oh, no.
Nailed that.
Good.
Nailed
What was he say? Got him.
Yeah. He was about to answer it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no, I've already won. Ah.
I think he wants face paint lessons.
Ooh. Or skateboarding lessons.
I thought
maybe.
skateboarding lessons was what I thought would be so funny if that was it, wasn't it? It's just vignettes of Mox learning to skateboard.
Was that
with
knee
his
pads?
elbow
Yeah,
pads
knee
and that, like, like to the 80s theme where he's got the hat on into a bush. Whoa, he's getting a bit better.
It's very ominous, isn't it? I just want to talk. I wouldn't go and talk with him, though. I think he wants to kill you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the good thing is it's got everybody talking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's made it interesting. I think I agree with the summary of it last week. I think the boys made where they were like a bit more patience with it. I would have liked just like it's slow burn enough as it is, I guess, but just less like it feels quite obvious what they want to do, but the exact details, I guess, we don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with the slow build just because of how close All Out was to All In. Like, you've got to have something that you know will keep on going after All Out. You can't do everything in a 2-week. Like, quick, get some storylines in. You need a couple of things to keep going a little bit.
More than 2 matches that happened at last All Out?
I didn't watch it because I was in the
course you didn't.
midst of... we were talking about this. We remember the strap match. I watched that.
Yep. Everybody remembers Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson because how could you not? It was absolutely awesome.
Omega to Keshta, because I remember like, wow, I guess this is the big springboard. Where's he gone?
Spoiler, still haven't watched that match because I just didn't get around to it.
I only remember that because, again, of how annoyed Sidge was that was the big
that was the big one, and not in the stadium. In the stadium. Yeah.
You've got, hang on, let me have a look. 11 other matches to try and remember on this card.
Tony.
This is the point. I guess I don't need you to go through them all. The point I'm trying to make though is that so squashed in.
Yeah.
And then afterwards it was like, well, what now?
Yeah.
It was a week after, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah, it was literally
like
straight
it's a little
after.
bit better this year, but it's still definitely could have done this.
Definitely that patience. Not everybody needs to be on it.
Yeah.
We've got that mystery that's going on there. I quite like it. I do.
100%.
Oh, and Mox Cassidy, the main event, of course.
Like, there's a bunch of matches that might still get announced for this, obviously on Collision or whatever. But there's also a lot of them that you can probably not, because it'd be nice to have something on. Like FTR Grizzled Young Veterans would be nicer if you gave them a bit of mic time to build up to something rather than all of a sudden going straight in with it just because you can.
8 matches is fine. Yeah. It's more than enough.
It's more. It's way too many almost, I would argue, right?
How many did we get at Wembo? 9, I think?
Yeah.
9 or more.
Maybe a few on the kickoff.
And there's 2 on the kickoff
as well. But it makes it a long show, man.
11 match cards.
There is the burnout is a real thing. What do you reckon is the optimum number? I'm thinking like 6.
Yeah.
I'd say 6 and a couple on a pre-show.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let you have 8 if you're putting them,
if you put them on the pre-show,
but 6 main cards.
But that means you'll never watch them, Phil. But you know what I mean, though? I just feel like there needs to be that optimum. Because as a human being, I get it. People on about value for money and stuff. Yeah. That makes sense if that's your thing. But I've never physically made it through live every single match without having to at least take one break.
Yeah.
It's just, you're a human.
Yeah.
It's what you have to do. Have you tried doing it after a live show? It's really hard, Phil. Isn't it?
That adrenaline dump was just like...
and then desperately hunting for some picnics and coffee just to get to
anything but Jericho, and please wake me up. Anything.
I spent the whole day turning around to you two going, what's that thing on the stage there for? What's that like, going to be used for? Is that going to be MJF's entrance? I suppose Mercedes missed the whole thing, so...
Love it.
Matt Rains, hi to you, Matt. Says, happy Friday, gents. Hope you all had a great weekend. I won't be watching All Out until Sunday morning. I'll be 35 on Monday. We're all in our 30s.
Wow.
And I'm going out Saturday to celebrate. Legends Lounge coming soon. Stay tuned. Well, in advance, happy birthday to you, Matt.
Birthday for Monday.
Yeah, that's going to be a very quiet weekend for you, Matt Rains. I would imagine.
Not.
Sure.
An OG Stem Cell says, a 10-hour drive home from a cruise. That's just what you need after a nice, relaxing cruise. Catching up on what I missed via the pods. Thanks for making this drive easier. Cheers. P.S. Arrest Hangman for arson. Yeah, this is arson was a great chant at the end of the Dynamite.
Fantastic chant. All right.
I did like Tony Khan on the media call said he's bailed him out of prison.
Yeah.
It's okay, Tony.
You
don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. Not everything needs explaining. Also, like, I'm all for that old AEW feel. the second Swerve was buying that house, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
Did you hear what we talked about in the news this morning? Apparently, some of the wrestlers just got worked by it. So they were texting Swerve being like, hey, man, so happy for you. Lifelong goal, family, da-da-da. And apparently he texted back, thanks so much. Can't wait to spend many a year in that house. Hey, come around for a barbecue in a few weeks, probably.
Love it.
Oh.
Imagine
You're going to watch it yours, Swerve. We're going to put the cricket on. We're going to watch the Ashes. It'll be great. It'll be really, really good.
He's just like, no, you sorted out the insurance on the house, didn't you? I'll do it after Dynamite, don't worry.
What? What are you saying? Insurance? What do you mean?
Shout out to Prince Nana, by the way. He sent me a lovely message the other day after our meet up at Sweet Chin Disco. I already want to do it again. I want to do it next week. It was so much fun, that. Seeing the footage of just like the insane. Like I was thinking, do I get involved in the crowd surfing? 100% that one.
In a tux.
Yeah, but it definitely be those ones
totally
that you see at the
done.
gigs where someone goes, I'm in a crowd surfing, and everyone just pops.
Yeah. Whoosh, bam, comes out with like broken glasses. No
You on the
teeth.
Christmas night out.
Got his mouth guard in for the next one. This is the thing I didn't think about him being the host in that regard. Of like, yes, you get the pops from saying like shouting stuff, but then when the main characters come in, and arguably when all the wrestlers turn up, they are definitely the main characters. You having to resist the urge to try and be like, no, but what about me? Like,
if you look in the background of like Max Caster's rap, definitely the bit when all like Mercedes and that, you can probably see me.
Yeah.
Just peeking around. Me and John Harrison just going, what the hell's going on here?
Amazing.
Hi to Marcel Laviolette. Great to hear from you as always, Marcel. He says, how does the big three? Phil the Love, the one ginger journalist, and Big Nick, who was the higher power. Who will retire the American Dragon? Well, it could be Jack Perry in Chicago.
Can you imagine?
Oh, man. Could
my
you imagine? The heat would be incredible.
He's just taking out everyone's heroes one by one. Whether it's letting them beat him up or whether it's
almost
retiring
worth,
them.
like 2 weeks after he wins it as well. The first match after he wins it would be so funny.
No one thinks it's going to happen, do they? Everyone was like, a bit disappointed. But I think it worked. I agree with Sige. I think it works really well. A, you're in Chicago, and B, you might as well. It's always the thing, isn't it? When someone has a big, not necessarily a big road, but a big title win.
Yeah.
You go, well, they're not dropping that for a few months, probably.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit sooner with Danielson. It might be Derby, for example, at Grand Slam. But yeah, everyone just thought, But I thought, well, you're not really, well, you're going to watch it if you're an AEW fan anyway. You're probably not buying it for the world title match per se, in terms of you want to see Hangman swerve first and foremost.
Yeah.
And as Sige said, he's going to kick the crap out of that little weasel as well.
Yeah.
Gonna really kick him.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to lean into it's clobbering time stuff in Chicago for his entrance, or no? Just leave that finally behind.
Sure.
Yeah.
He will. Yeah. he loves it. He definitely will.
Is that any way? Or does Punk have it like locked down?
Oh,
Cult of personality.
I reckon he's got it locked down.
Like
for all the
locked
rest of
the
down.
MIDI version.
But the you can't have lockdown.
What was his
Like,
one?
just that going
Like you
into
could
Jack
definitely
Perry's
come up
theme
with
would
another
be-
version of
yeah.
that, which people would recognise as that.
What was the one he came out
His
to
Fire
with,
Burns.
with them? Oh yeah, he could have
You
that.
could have
Yeah,
that
Mizraia
instead.
Contra, the
That
AFI
one,
one would be-
yeah.
That was the one, yeah.
That was
Because
the one he did.
thank God you were doing that stream with me. I'd have been one of those people. He's got some different music. I don't know what it is. You knew far more than I did in that scenario.
Oh, if you were Tony Khan, I would pay it. I'd be petty enough. I don't care what the number is.
Yeah.
Chicago, you could do no, I'll not spoil anything. Just shut up. Just pretend I didn't say
Okay.
that. But yeah, I would pay the money just for that. Like,
It
can
would
you
be good.
imagine? Oh God, it's never gonna happen in a million years. But if he would just pay that money,
Vanders says Jack comes out with a pane of glass and a friendship bracelet.
a bracelet's a great
the
shout.
elite having in it
Yeah.
friendship bracelets. That would be quite a good touch.
Yeah.
Could you just have Larry's name on? Larry.
Yeah.
It's Larry the dog, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Mark Lee
hi
Willis.
Larry.
Mark Lee Willis, great shout actually. Jack comes out to Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River.
Oh,
That's where you spend the money.
There you
that
go,
would
I'd
be
spend the money.
good. That would be really
It's a
funny.
great tune as well.
That would be so funny.
He's just walking to the ring now.
Great tune, that.
It's a banger, absolute banger.
JT's gone a bit off the rails recently. But,
I think JT was a bit off the rails then, mate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking back, actually. It's all her fault. Is it?
I'm not sure it is actually old JT. Let me just do a video here where I'm getting back at her with random chicks.
Yeah.
Cool.
That looks a little bit like subtle, but I think I can work out.
Yeah.
Might as well have been listening to toxic or something.
Where's the big dog you're running away from, JT?
Hi to Mark Lee Willis, who says, picture this, Hangman and Swerve, tensions high, nose to nose, finger poke of doom, 1, 2, 3. See you later, guys. Hopefully not, he says. Biggest, I think that'd be it.
That's the
Well, there you go,
that's
the TV deal.
That's the end of everything.
Yeah.
And Rob, or R-O-B, I should probably say, because it's got periods in between the letters.
Notorious R-O-B.
Indeed, says, hey, gents, meant to ask last week, since All In is travelling to big stadiums, do you think it's AEW's Mania? Is it that? Is it Double or Nothing, considering, is it All In every year wherever it is, or is it all out now?
I think it's All In wherever it is now. Like Double or Nothing.
They'd always pitch Double or Nothing as
they really tried, but I think keeping it in Vegas every time, like
it's great.
I can see why.
Yeah.
But it could probably hurt it in terms of turning it into like a destination thing.
For sure.
But yeah, I think All In, now that they've got it down in the stadiums and they know that they're doing the one in Texas next year and things, it makes sense that that's the one they put everything into.
And good for them for pivoting as well, man. I mean, like, if that was WWE, they would never have pivoted from Mania. They would have just stuck at it. Obviously, that was back in your Vince era, and he just would not have at all changed the vision. So, but if you start big with an 80,000 or whatever it was, 90,000 technically, it could have been Cedar Stadium. I mean, that becomes de facto, doesn't it?
Yep.
When the whatever it's called turnstile count came out this week, people are like only 40-something thousand this year. That's still incredible.
It's not a massive number of people. What are you on about?
If they did it next year,
it looked amazing as well. Like the filming of it looked really great.
Yeah. Even if we weren't doing this job anymore, next year you'd be like, hey, let's go back to London and watch. That was so much fun. It was a great weekend. It works so well on the bank holiday weekend in particular. Being able to, like, you know, if we weren't doing all the stuff that we were doing, you could cram in other shows and just it's awesome. In fact, it's London, so it's extortionate to stay there.
Yeah.
It's a shame because if they had done the builds for these that way for the first one, I think you would have got a much closer number.
Yeah.
If they were doing it next year, it'd be really interesting to see what it did.
But I do also think the year break's probably not a bad idea because it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. I'm not saying like they're going to be under any less pressure going at these bigger stadiums and stuff in America, but still, I think you've got to foster both, haven't you?
Putting more pressure on themselves doing it in America.
Yeah.
But you want to see that, like, if it's just Wembley every year, you've already got the bars up here when you started. And it's already gone half pretty much.
You're never going to beat that first one, no matter what you do. So you may as well start moving it about. The interesting thing will be learning how to do the WWE of taking over a town for sure. When they're getting that many people in one place, like making it feel like an event destination.
It's getting there now. We
definitely getting better.
Walked past Juice Robinson, didn't we? We were looking for some food on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
You could still argue as well, maybe that like I understand to them why that probably happened, the Cardiff thing. Like, cool that they did one here, but realistically, it ain't London, is it? It's like you want it to be in London. It all needs to be in that little hub so people are near the whole thing. If you went to like Dynamite in London, small towns, you might have just stayed in London for it, that whole time.
I genuinely think if they'd have put like Dynamite, the Collision, that show on in the Wembley Arena, like literally right next door to the stadium, people would have stuck around, and I reckon they would have sold that place out. As
maybe
like
they do that
for one in the UK
for Forbidden Door, perhaps. I hope that's where they do it.
I mean, WWE do it all the time, obviously, with like either SmackDown or Raw and a pay-per-view, or all of them if you're in Mania. But I think again, you only ever get that first chance once, and the whole idea of the first ever Dynamite in the UK is much more of a selling point than every other one. You have to work much harder.
Now it'll be the first one in England.
Yes.
So suddenly it's divided again.
I know at least 2 wrestlers will be saying that they want to go back to London to go and check out more of the Foxes.
What does the fox say? Still trying to find out.
Don't let them come near you.
Let's do with foxes, guys.
Before we get to this week's
It would be
hashtag,
funny if they were headlining somehow, like the next. They've worked their way up, and somehow the headline is like, when those guys were just running around for foxes on Wembley Way. For anybody who's got no idea what I'm talking about, what was it? Is
Darius Martin
and Action Andretti was wandering around Wembley Way.
At 3:01 a.m.
It was later than that. You mean at the show? Yeah, sorry. This was like 4 in the morning.
Hey guys, where's the party? It's just finished.
It's over, man.
Yeah, it's over, guys. There's some foxes outside though, if you're really interested.
Yeah.
They're both like, oh, I'm glad the party's over.
Oh, it was ELP.
I'm really out here for the foxes.
ELP just walking through at the end.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
You weren't upstairs. You weren't around the bar. Where have you been?
Probably jumping off benches and landing on his
Yeah,
face.
knowing him.
Actually, just a little. I forgot to tell you this because I was just so caught up in the wake of it all. But just to bring it back to our lovely weekend in London again, when we were struggling for signal because the Crystal Club was a fantastic venue. The one thing we could have done with was some internet. That's no shade on them. I'm sure they have their reasons. We just couldn't get some.
Not believe when I told her that.
Yeah.
So what's the Wi-Fi?
It literally sounds. If I was here, I would have thought, "What's he lying about? Why is he lying?" Because that sounds ridiculous. So imagine the picture of obviously the very professional WrestleCulture wrestling crew. I'm sitting in the car park of the Crystal Club, right, up against the wall, like on my haunches basically, with a laptop on my knees, with my phone with like 3 bars on and admittedly I need to upgrade it because it only ever gets 4G. It's been years. I'm on a SIM only thing.
I'm the same.
So I'm still tootling along, and I find a spot and I'm like, here we go. It's actually moving. Great. So while I'm sitting here doing this edit, just watching it go, I get chatting to a guy, I believe he was called Will Terry. Apologies if I get your name wrong, but we made the joke because I'm Adam Nicholas, 2 first names. Will Terry, 2 first names. He was friends with Cormac and all the guys?
I think so,
Who
yeah.
do the little group chat.
That's lovely, that, yeah.
Anyway, we're sitting there, and it's London, so there wasn't any foxes, right? But at the back of the car park is this massive, like, bin, like, full of rubbish, of course. And literally, I'm standing away, and I goes, see that? What? And these, like, rats were, like, literally running up the walls from the bin, and then just, like, scooting across the top, and I'm going, you see that? It looked like a cat, though. It was this massive rat.
Huge
and then I was like, if only I could. Oh, there's another one. And then literally, I'm not kidding, there must have been like 10. It was just like, they were popping out, zipping across, popping back in. I was like, if I was to somehow like do some kind of blast into that, that sounded awful, didn't it? Into the bin, just to like shake everything up. I reckon like 100 rats would have come flying out of it, man. It was just unreal, like shooting up and down. And me and this guy, Will Terry, just like, look at that, there's another rat. Oh, look, 10% more of the upload. It took ages. And then I uploaded the wrong channel.
Oh, that was the best, yeah.
Got all the way back in.
I need to go back outside again.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do it now. Turns out Hamlet's 5G would have worked perfectly inside the room the whole time. Sorry, little tangent there. Just came to me.
I like that.
I literally haven't shared that.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe Action Andretti and Darius said there was loads of rats at the Switch and Disco.
You know what we need?
Let's go.
Loads of rats. Maybe they're the ones that Max Caster was trying to get with these. With these
They've got his hotel room key.
Bunch of them in the back, Max, if you want them. Outside, get in the bin. And
before we get to this week's #bloody good quiz, I wanted to get your thoughts on Drew McIntyre destroying CM Punk's bracelet.
Only gone and done it.
And CM Punk, I think it's fair.
Well, yes, that too.
Yeah.
But, like, it's been a bit of a divisive storyline from the beginning, isn't it? I get it. I like it. I think it's... yes, you can do the whole... Isn't this a bit like when Booker T and Edge fought over some shampoo or whatever? But I think it's slightly more
It's what it
significant.
symbolises. It's not the actual wristband.
It just depends how much you want to be in it, doesn't it?
Well,
If you don't want to be in it, you go, oh, stupid thing.
Yeah.
If you do want to be like, forget about that. What about this? Forget about the fact he's sitting on a chair outside a burning house. Look at the burning house.
Torn his wife and dog apart by doing that. That's what it really means.
He's killed them.
He's killed them.
Killed.
They're dead.
The family. Incredible scenes.
Very, very, very worried now since Hamlet pointed out that Bret Hart, CM Punk's favourite, is going to be on Raw on Monday. And I'm guessing Punk's not going to be there. And Drew's going to be like, I still want to kill someone.
Oh, as long as he doesn't super kick him.
This is true. I love the comparisons going around online about between the bracelet and the burning someone's house down of the different sides.
It's
of it.
such an unfair
It's
argument.
incredibly
isn't it?
unfair argument that is real bad faith.
Yeah.
But it's also going to end in like within the space of a month or whatever, them doing whatever they're going to do inside a steel cage on Saturday to potentially a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood, is the rumors, and to see what Punk and Drew's going to do and the very different, I assume, dynamics that those two matches are going to have.
We'll try and do any parallels. Because there was lots of people, was it Airway from Post? Or was it like on about the bracelet or something that Swerve had smashed on when he was in the ring punching the thing. His bracelet smashed and it was like a beady bracelet and went all over the floor. And then he was like making comparisons to like maybe it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Bracelet stuff. So what a dumb argument. But just
I know,
if you don't like it, that's fine.
Yes.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Speaking of which,
Oh.
enough of all this. It's now time for a bloody good quiz.
What have you even talked about for the last
And this week's quiz is brought to you by, you know what, Matt Rains. Seeing as it's your birthday on Monday, Matt, I'll dedicate this quiz to you. I definitely just didn't forget to get an iTunes review.
Or
Or
we could dedicate it to whoever buys the next merch from whatculture.com/shop.
will you get that through on your phone during the pod if it goes through?
Yeah, should do.
All right,
So
then.
Over
if
to you.
anyone wants to buy that before the end of the quiz,
So this is like an auction.
You
It was
get
like,
it.
you say Matt Rains. Anything higher than Matt Rains? So I say first person who buys the top. Anybody? 2 tops. A wristband as well.
I love the
Make it happen.
response.
leave it to you guys.
Make it happen.
As Eric
You
does.
love them so much. They're not on
I
your
was going to
wrist.
say, as Eric does, hence why I'm not wearing mine right
there
now.
you go.
Oh, you've got all these hundreds of presents that people have got you for your first birthday. Don't care about that. What's that on your wrist? I love that. Thank you very much.
I think I'll have your belongings, actually. Thank you very much.
He's got all his toys in the living room.
Yeah.
And the other day he was trying to just pull the LPs we've got down. Brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, thanks for that.
He's just trying to learn about music.
Hey.
All he wants.
Let me play you AM, son.
Let me play you the car, son.
Let's play us both.
Let's
the
both listen to the car, son. I've still not done it.
So this week's quiz.
Also fascinated to know what albums you've got on vinyl, by the way.
Oh, it is. Let me tell you, it's an eclectic mix. Because I have got like,
I'm glad you said it because I was thinking it.
I was like, AM. I've got certainly maybe Rated R, but a few other Queens of the Stone Age albums. So I was a big Queens of the Stone Age fan when I was a teenager, obviously. Just like, oh, yep, cool. This is my identity now.
Awesome.
We also have like a Disney mega mix. I'm 99% certain we've got ABBA Gold. Yes, of course. No parties.
None of these. I don't want anybody accusing Anna Louise of owning these. These are his.
Yeah. And I'm fairly certain we've got like
no shade.
a real weird mix of like old albums that we've just gone like to her dad and my dad. Do you need that? Do you want that? I'll just have that then.
Yeah.
So like random selection of Beatles
The
albums.
start of everyone's vinyl collection is that.
Yeah,
You always take the ones that they've been sitting there for ages because those fools didn't realise that vinyl was coming back. But you've already given me them now, so don't talk to me.
Matt Rains has sent his review in, by the way, for the connection to the quiz. Of course, leave a review on Apple Podcasts normally, and I will give you a shout out.
Hello.
And Matt Rains says 1 star. They went to dedicate the quiz to me, then changed their mind. Unfollow.
Yes.
Not your birthday yet, Matt. Right?
But on Monday, your special present from us is an all-out review from me and Michael Sidgwick live on
Look
YouTube.
at you. I also, for some
go.
reason, assumed that you would have Lou Bega on.
Oh, God, yeah. Thanks for
on vinyl.
reminding me.
Yeah.
In case anyone's wondering, why did you do Mambo No. 5 by Lou Bega on last week's show? Lou Bega's German, I discovered. I did not know that fact.
There you
So
go.
I thought Bash and Berlin. Anyway.
Yeah, and now
a week and a bit
I was going to
late.
say, great fact. A week later.
This week's quiz, though.
It's all about Lou Bega.
Is I genuinely couldn't get to 10 questions. So maybe name the girls he named in the song.
Yeah.
Until the end of the quiz, that's it. Just keep naming them.
This week's quiz is just all about wrestlers destroying stuff. I was going to do something about fire, and then I remembered I did that quiz about 3 months ago. So something else. Oh, probably when Thingy got set on fire. We probably did it back
Jack
then.
Perry.
Yes. 10 questions, multiple choice, shout your name, wait for me to come to you. And remember,
All right,
guys,
all right.
it's just for fun. Just for fun.
How
Okay.
many Braun Strowman ones? Question number 1. What was that one about the big show?
What is the
heel turn?
blazer?
Always like,
Yeah.
You think you're so clever, don't you?
No, question number 1. What was the name? Wrestlers destroying stuff, okay? What was the name of Al Snow's dog that Big Boss Man fed to him? Was it? No. You're getting the options here.
It's never about us, Phil. It's never, ever about... It's not even about the quiz. It's just
We
about
don't
this.
even need to be
It's
here,
the
really.
silly little things that he writes down in the quiz.
And the answer is, thanks for coming.
I'm sorry, we do need to be here so we can get the pops from us,
Yeah.
'cause he can't see those people at home
Validation.
popping.
Validation.
What was the name of Al Snow's dog that Big Boss Man fed to him? Was it Rover, Salty,
Hey,
Oh, hey.
see what you've
Careful.
done there?
Pepper,
That one.
Yeah.
or Paul Simon?
See, it's funny. I remember. I knew it was like in my brain. It was saying Pepe though for some reason. It's Pepe the dog. Pepe. There you go.
Phil Chambers?
It's Pepper.
Hey.
Okay. Question number 2. Matt Rains, correct. First correct guess in the chat.
Maybe that's what they'll do on Saturday, just a Kennel from Hell type deal, but like Dogs on Fire or something.
Dogs on fire.
Michael,
jackets.
Michael Hamflet, 6 stars.
Yeah, I loved
Dogs on
it.
Fire, 6 stars. 6.5 actually, if anything.
Question number 2.
Extra star for the backstage footage. They're meeting them afterwards. Michael Hamflet.
You should have some. I think you should have some. It's your choice to barbecue it. It's still one of my favourite episodes of Peep Show, that.
Oh, God. Oh, that episode. It just goes from bad to worse.
It's just turkey. It's just turkey. It's just a hairy turkey. I think you should have some, Mark. I don't want any turkey. It's such a good episode. He's got like his CV out. And he's like, as you can see, I also like going to the movies. Write that down. That's going on the list for next week.
Get that on the list.
That and the bloody wedding episode.
Piss yourself.
Piss yourself. Piss yourself.
What else you have me do, Mark? Fuck myself.
That's one of my favourite episodes of comedy.
Piss yourself.
Stop pissing yourself.
I can't stop now.
I'm so pathetic. I started the procedure.
I've already started the procedure.
Well, that was right. We referenced that earlier on this week because I did the whole. You're overruling the coin. Damn, it's Mario. I've got to marry her. If you're American, watch Peep Show. It's incredible. Right. Okay. Question 2. What is the colour of Moppy's face? Which Raven put in a wood chipper, of course.
Phil.
I know this, but I just want to hear these things.
Oh no, they're relatively normal. These.
Red.
Yay! Question 3. Even. Which of these things didn't do when they gate crashed SmackDown?
Ooh.
Tip over.
Get over.
Tip over the announce table. Ooh. Lightly tap the ring with baseball bats. Ooh. Slightly spray paint the ring steps. Or attack Michael Cole. Which of them didn't they do?
Oh, I mean, they're all bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to tell you I was watching.
It's got to be one of the announce table-y things. Either Michael Cole or the announce table.
What was it?
Phil, attack Michael Cole.
There you go.
Yeah, of course. They didn't do that.
Because no one's allowed to after
they went,
Daniel Bryan, I assume.
Ooh, and then they ran away.
Let me show you how hard I'm going to tap this thing.
I rewatched it. The reason why I wrote that one down is, the ring thing's always funny. They come in like, we're running this place. And they go, you see in the ring, it does absolutely nothing. They cut the ring ropes, of course.
Yeah.
They got the spray paint. Someone just sort of lightly sprays the ring, doesn't change colour whatsoever. Then it cuts the ring steps, and someone's just done a squiggle on it. And you're like, well, that's fine. A bit of soap and water will get rid of that.
Nobody really knew what chaos was, did they?
They come out, and clearly Corey Graves and Michael Cole have been told to call the action until they go for you. Yeah. So they're like, Michael Cole, like, what are they doing here? They were on Raw, weren't they? Like setting that fire to that thing. And they go, whoa, get out of here. Michael Cole gets out there, and because Corey's behind him, the person who goes to attack him has to go, whoa, I've almost got you.
Like a stagger.
Yeah. You're lucky. You're bloody lucky you are.
Oh, hold me
it's
back.
all the COVID restrictions. They just go around anyway and beat the crap out of the NXT lot who've been there in the audience. It's dreadful.
They're like, with chaos, full of chaos. You know, a big, really wild chaos. If we all went home and went to bed. Let's all go home, cause no trouble, and go to bed. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Matt Reigns also says 2 bricks, 1 glass, never forget.
That was so good. That was my favourite bit.
That one pin
broken.
that
What
being allowed.
did we break? That tiny little bit.
Hey, they said specifically
broken, but whatever.
any other bits of glass and it's coming out of our paychecks. Just that one bit.
And then we'll get contracts.
Yeah.
What?
Signed them to keep tabs on them.
Oh, dear. Right, question number 4. 3-0 to Phil.
Hello.
Come on, Phil. You got this.
How much did Chris Jericho's light-up jacket cost in terms of World Heavyweight Championships available on WWEshop.com right now? Is it 1 World Heavyweight Championship, 5 World Heavyweight Championships, 10 World Heavyweight Championships, or 20 World Heavyweight Championships?
5 seems about right.
Yeah.
No, dear, that's wrong.
How much are the World? I'm going to go with 10,
one.
and that they're $2.5 each.
Ooh. Well, I can tell you.
You're correct. However,
it is 10 World Heavyweight Championships. They are $1,500, and it was 15
Was
grand.
it only 15? I thought it was 25.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That's what I was doing. The
That
math
was much
of like
cheaper than I thought.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Must be a sale on.
Yeah. Rockers.com.
Yeah.
/.
Oh, yeah, Phil, check your phone quick.
Oh, yeah. WhatCulture.com
Oh, yeah, of
/shop.
course, yeah.
In the meantime,
WhatCulture.com /shop.
No one has
You
bought
can
anything.
do it right now, please.
No one's bought anything.
Come on. Just a wristband. Bargain. Question 5.
WhatCulture.com /shop. You can do it right now, please.
Yoshi Tatsu feuded with Tyson Kidd after Kidd broke Tatsu's what?
Oh, wow. Honestly, my brain was thought you
word.
Look, Tyson Fury in my head.
I know.
That is not a fair fight.
Did he break Tatsu's action figure, his friendship bracelet, his mobile phone, or his fleshlight? You know, which one of those?
Nicholas. I mean, I want to say a fleshlight because that feels like the product. Action figure.
Yay!
Hey!
Wow.
It's correct.
I'm just impressed they gave Yoshi Tatsu an action figure.
Yeah, that's well. That was the.
I have
The
no,
least
no
likely
memory of
we had
this.
one.
I'm fairly certain I wasn't watching at this time. Apparently, he built a shrine to his own action figure, and then, because of course he
why
had,
not?
and then
do the same.
Tyson Kidd was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna snap the arms off," and he was like, "Right, that's justification for a feud, I suppose."
Bare little fight.
Why not?
It was on NXT. Thank you, Aditya. That explains why. That was
There you
before NXT was goated, obviously.
Of course.
Okay, halfway point. 4-1 to Phil. Question 6. What did Stone Cold Steve Austin say before throwing Kurt Angle's gold medals in a river?
Wow.
Was it? I hope these golds were for swimming. What was it? Was it? Can you believe what I'm about to do?
Canoe.
Was it? These medals belong in a sewer,
Sewer.
or was it? Water way to lose your Olympic medals, Kurt.
Nicholas. Is it the sewer one?
Boring one, isn't it?
Boring one.
Boring
The one that he put the least amount of effort in to
Exactly,
say.
yeah, of all the things
somebody-
you could have thought of to say.
What was the last one? Water. Weird.
Water way to lose your Olympic medals, Kurt.
Beautiful.
Not often that I rip off Alan Partridge, but you know,
No.
there are occasions.
Not for you, that. A man of all unique and
I've heard of that
original
guy. Who's
content.
that, huh?
Alan, who? Who?
Question 7, simple question. What was the name of Xavier Woods' trombone that Chris Jericho, I'm going to do this, broke? Just pulled that
what
apart
was
a
it
bit.
called?
Yeah,
Nicholas.
I should know this.
Off the top of my head. Francesca.
I'm going to give you the options anyway. 'cause
Yeah,
I worked-
please do,
Worked
sorry.
really hard on one
Yeah,
of
you
them. Big T, like Big E, but T.
Yep.
Francesca, Elizabeth, just another women's name,
Yeah. Also, Macho Man's Elizabeth.
Mhm.
I see the tie-in.
or John Tromboni.
John Tromboni. I see him just sitting with Eric on his lap like John Tromboni. You like
Hey,
that?
like
Is
that
that good? He pop? John Tromboni. John Tromboni. He's just testing it all out with him. Works every bit on him first before he comes to us. Jab liver.
So that's 4-3 now.
Hello,
Question
the
8.
Big comeback.
I don't want to come back to draw. I don't want to win.
No. Earthquake didn't really squash Jake the Snake's snake, Damien. But what, according to Jake, was in the bag instead? Was it?
Nick, oh no, I don't want to jump in. Go on, give us an option.
Was it a hose pipe? Was it?
I really want it to be one of the things I've got in my head.
Okay. Was it a string of sausages
That's what
from a
I wanted
local
to be.
butcher?
That's what I wanted to be. Butcher sausages. Yeah, look
Judy's
at me.
show.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Was it a toy snake from Toys R Us? Or was it a pair of pantyhose filled with hamburger meats?
Well, I want it to be sausages, Nicholas. So, as stupid as it is, not going to, I want it to be the cartoon-esque thing of sausages.
No, dear, that's
I,
wrong.
I was really hoping for
I
that.
went
as
with
well.
my heart instead of my head.
Phil, your options are a hose pipe, a toy snake from Toys R Us, or a pair of pantyhose filled with hamburger meat.
The pantyhose seems too weird to make up.
Yeah. Because it feels
Marcel
like
is agreeing with you in
they
the chat,
think
by
it'd
the
be
way.
funny to get away with that, don't they, in
Yeah.
their heads? Look, I'm putting this meat in there.
Yeah.
But then a hose pipe also feels like, oh, he last minute chop.
Yeah,
There it is.
But also Vince making someone put burger meat in
thing.
pantyhose
What
and
did you
getting
do
a
at work
weird kick
today?
out of it. I'm gonna go with
Go
pantyhose.
with that. That feels right.
Yes!
I think they also wanted it so it's like if something bursts through the bag, people would be like, is
Yeah.
that like, what's that that's coming through? Yeah.
I would look better than sausages
Yeah, yeah.
or a hose pipe. or whatever, or a toy snake.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, a snake.
Looks pretty lifeless, actually.
Oh.
That reminds me, by the way, with you saying the whole last minute, get a bit of hose pipe or something. I've just remembered when I was at uni and my girlfriend at the time was like, you won't believe what they've done. Her flatmate was, how can I put this, insane. So she was trying to put the what's it called, the washing line out, and the one she got just wasn't long enough to hang outside. So instead of being like, oh, just go and get another bit of like washing line or a bit of string or whatever, she cut a wire off the back of the telly and extended it. She was like, that's mental, right? And I was like, yeah, maybe don't live with her next year.
Wire of all the
Like,
wires.
I need someone what's literally the closest thing to me right now. There we go. Won't be needing that.
Don't have time to think about this. Snip.
Don't have time to unplug it either.
No.
What?
Right, you need to get these next two to draw, Nicholas.
What am I drawing?
Question 9. Which of these things didn't Stone Cold destroy? He's got a bit of history with this sort of thing.
Just across his entire tenure.
Yeah. The DX Express,
Yeah.
Vince McMahon's Corvette, The Rock's car, or Kane's moped.
Oh, Nicholas. Is it that obvious? It's got to be that obvious. But then again,
But then again.
I'm a trickster.
he's a little tricky bugger, isn't he? I'm a trickster.
But he also just likes saying things. 'cause
He
they're
does
funny.
also like saying things. I'm picturing Kane on a
Guilty.
moped in full costume, and
Yeah.
his moped's got little flames on the sides.
Like the Mario Kart one.
Because what if he destroyed like outside of work? Glenn Jacobs' moped.
Pulled up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my space.
Like,
Oh,
bam.
bollocks.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
annoyed one day and kicks it over.
He's just driving there with his monster truck, and what was that? Kane's moped.
Yes. He didn't run over Rock's car with his monster truck,
Yeah.
speaking of which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember the
Build the
Corvette,
Corvette with
cement,
cement.
and I remember the DX,
DX
Express because
Express,
that's just
Yeah, with
iconic.
the dropping the
I was always on there.
whatever it was
Yeah.
on it.
It was on the beginning of the title things for SmackDown 2, if I remember.
I always
Yeah, the big
remember
explosion.
you could do the storyline in the game, and one of the games where that happened, like they'd all be in
Could
the
you?
ring and they'd drop
I had the
thing
chip
on the
version,
ring.
so it crashed after a while. Could only play so far in career mode.
I had the chip version and I got away with everything.
Yeah.
So.
Amazing. My mate had a chip PlayStation. It would only work upside down.
Yep, and there were a lot of people who had the same problem. There's that one person doing it the wrong way around with me.
Why don't you just, whatever you're putting in, put that up.
Crazy.
I was
But
like,
also, like, oh, my PlayStation's not working. I wonder.
I remember one of my mates on the latter stage of the PS1 would overheat so much he'd basically have to balance it on his windowsill out the window to get enough air in that it didn't just burst into flames.
God, man.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
When
Those were
games
the
cost £5 and some mate from school's uncle would, yeah, right, you've got LME Manager 2001 if you want it. There you go. That was what I really wanted.
My mum used to sell knockoff VHS tapes in the pub.
Yes,
Amazing.
mate. Yes. My dad had a strict policy. We're just incriminating all of our.
It's fine. What's it called? Statute of limitations. We're fine now.
Yeah. She's dead. You can't get her now.
My dad's policy was though. Yeah, all right. My dad lives in Canada now, so what are you going to do about that, eh?
And I didn't say which one of my parents bought.
So his policy was though to avoid this. The loophole he created was, I won't take any money off you, but you can buy me some pints.
Ah.
There it is.
I was like,
Not selling anything.
nobody's selling
I'd
anything.
like 10 games, plees. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm going to be home a bit late
10
tonight.
games.
look.
How many pints do you want? I've already sold 10 games today. Can I get a bottle to take home? The top shelf.
Right, it's all on this
Didn't mean
then.
we had a great movie collection though, because they
Yeah.
were all
Yeah.
Oh, man. It was a booming collection. Like, well, a mate of mine came and drunk once and was like, "Oh, but all my dad used to have them all on the shelves, all in alphabetical order, because there was that
Yeah.
many and Nick needed
Oh,
to have
yeah.
them in
Love
order."
the commitment to, yeah.
But my mate was like, "Oh, we should rearrange all these in alphabetical order." I was like, "Mate, I've got some real bad news for you. Like, look at how many there are. Imagine it was just put them in however you want. How would you ever find anything?" Oh, good lord.
I also love that people had spent that much time like copying them all and doing the things, but then when it came to printing out the sleeves for the tapes or whatever, it's like, what's the cheapest, easiest way I can do
That's
this?
when you knew people were real ones, though. I remember coming in once and finding my dad had all like the disc press thing, to put the sticker on the disc.
Yeah.
Laminator.
I was like, is this a factory? Is this my house? Is this a factory? What's going on here?
Final question then.
Sorry, Dad. Yes.
What did John Cena, with the help of Crime Time, spray paint on JBL's limo? Was it JB Smells? Was it Lim? Oh no! Was it JBL is poopy?
Nicholas, carry on.
Or was it I preferred you when you were always pounding ass?
Now, I know the answer. But because we draw if we get this, right?
Yes.
Should we just leave it in the hands of the people again?
Or see if they know.
I mean, they should know this. If you don't know it, you've only ruined the whole quiz. But we're giving you a chance to decide how all of our weekends go.
Oh, yeah, over to you.
We're either going to have a really good weekend or we're going to have a terrible weekend, courtesy of the people.
In the interim, John Harrison has got in touch to say,
Hello.
a friend of mine had a copy of Siphon Filter on PS1.
Siphon filled that.
I wanted to borrow it, but he said it only worked with shiny Charizard and Blastoise Pokemon cards on top, and I believed it.
All the lies we tell.
Also, just looking back on this,
Having a massive collection of chipped games back in the day. I just think I'm getting flashbacks to all the ones
we got the PS1 and I think 10 games when you first bought it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was like, well, I think I got WWF Attitude, WWF SmackDown, or SmackDown 2 maybe. And then somehow I was like, Theme Hospital. I'm not probably never play it. But
you might as well.
Yeah, you
3,
may
I
as
think it
well
was.
grab everything.
Just some of them, I was like, why did I get that one? I was just like,
I get flashbacks as well. I was putting my dad in the today. You know, that advert used to come on at the church. You wouldn't steal a car.
Yes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it here. Well, why are you stealing? But like, piracy, stop piracy.
yeah.
Every time that would come on at the cinema and I was with him, he'd just go. He'd just start tutting. I was like, yeah, you really hate that advert, don't you? And then all the pieces come together.
That was that terrifying one, wasn't it? With the bull bloke and the furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be like, oh, Jesus, I'm not going to do anything, I promise.
Or he would go like, yeah, but not one of mine. Look better than that.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are you getting that off? Why is the ratio all weird? You'd be like,
it was destroying the movie industry. I mean, look at the state it's in now. So.
Yeah.
On its ass.
it's destroying itself now.
Yes.
With streaming services.
It's the ones that were blatantly just someone with a video camera in the cinema, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you people's heads in the bottom
I'm like,
of it,
if that's
silhouette.
your experience of piracy, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, fine, I get that.
I think that was the movie studios themselves. See, look, it's not as good.
Yeah. Guy like going to the bathroom with it. Can't leave it in here.
So over to the chat. What did John Cena, with the help of Crime Time, spray paint on JBL's limo? Was it JB Smells? Was it Lim? Oh no! Was it JBL is poopy? Or was it I preferred you when you were always pounding ass? Which we made an allusion to on the quiz, didn't we? Against the gaming lot, if I remember. Because that was,
Which
that
is
was
going
our
out
team name.
soon.
Me, you, and Andy. We
Yeah.
were the APA.
APA, baby.
It's a great quiz, that, by the way. Shout out to
It is
Si.
a really good quiz. It's coming. I don't know when it's going out. Do we
Relatively
know?
soon. I've
But
seen
soon.
some clips.
Look out
Yeah.
for it. What Culture Wrestling versus What Culture Gaming. It's good fun.
Well, I will say we've had some replies in the chat. Kenny Orziski says JB Smells, but by the letter of the law, I have to go with the first guess that came in.
Is that right? Is
And
it
that
the
was
first or the
from-
most?
That was from
First now.
Vanders.
He's just making it up. And
Make it up as I go along. The first guess was from Vanders. He's always very quick on the draw.
Pound and ass one is he going for?
JBL is poopy. So
Yeah. We've got to go.
Vanders says option C, JBL is poopy, to tie things up to end the week on the biggest high.
Or the biggest low.
Is the correct answer. The most perfect example of PG era WWE.
Yeah.
What are you gonna write this limo? JBL's poopy. So funny, innit? Like, they smash the crap out, but they put the windshield in. He's like, and that will be the finishing touch. You poopy.
He'll never recover from this. Poopy. Like, JBL is, imagine watching it live going, P, oh, where's he going with this?
Yeah.
Oh, poo? Poop? Eh?
It's one step away from your name rhymes with.
Yes. That's the non-PG version, of course.
No, PG.
Congratulations to Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers, co-winners of this week's quiz. Let us know how you got on in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the usual good stuff. You can follow us on social media. You can follow Adam Nicholas at
WhatCulture.com/shop. Do it right now, please. You can follow Phil Chambers at.
Still time to be associated with the Bloody Good Quiz if anyone actually bothers to buy anything. WhatCulture.com/shop.
It's Adam Nicholas at Phil My Chambers. I am at Adam Wilbourn. We're all at What Culture WWE. Have a great weekend. Enjoy All Out, of course. In fact, the All Out preview is available right now wherever you get your podcast from.
Still nothing.
Nothing yet. Just a quick refresh.
Nothing.
Okay. But thank you to everyone who joined us here on YouTube. Thank you for all your donations, as always. My thanks to Adam Nicholas and to Phil Chambers. This has been WrestleCulture, and we will see you very, very soon. WrestleCulture is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
WhatCulture.com/shop.
Do it right now, please. All right, you do.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy All Out. Me and Sidge will be back on Monday to review it and talk SmackDown. That's right. Michael Sidgwick's being forced to watch SmackDown this weekend. Bye.